Welcome to Music Gear Talk. Discover the music tech that powers the biz with your host, Rodney Elliott.
Hey everyone, this is Rodney Elliott with Music Gear Talk. Just wanted to thank Pitbull Audio and SIR USA for their support. We're excited today to have on our show Zach Sims from JHS Pedals. Are you there, Zach?
Yeah, I'm here. How's it going, Rodney?
What's happening, brother? So yeah, we're really excited to hear a lot about what you got going on, new products, old products, how you started. Where are you located, for instance? Where are we talking to you?
Yeah, I'm in just south of Kansas City, Missouri, about 20 minutes. So, yeah.
Very cool. And how did you end up getting into guitar pedals?
Well, me personally, I started working for JHS about 5 years ago. I met Josh Scott, the owner, for whom JHS is named, around that time, and basically begged him for a job because I was sick of my job.
Nice.
and I wanted to work somewhere cool. So, but I know Josh. He was just working at a church, and he was just in his office and started messing around with his pedals and wanted to learn about them. And he basically broke his DS1, his Boss DS1, and figured out how to mod it. He learned from online forums and basically just worked on that. And his first JHS mod was the Boss DS1 synth drive, which we still sell today. And that was probably around 2008.
What's the name? What's the name of that pedal? What are you calling that pedal now?
Well, actually, we still sell it just as a mod. So
you're just modding. So you mod pedals also. Get it? Okay.
Yep, we do both. We have our own designs, and then we also have a pretty extensive mod shop. So so we still modify the DS1, call it the synth drive.
Nice.
And soon after that, he basically came up with the Morning Glory, and the Angry Charlie was one of the first, as well as the Charlie Brown and the Pulp and Peel compressor. So, yeah, so he's kind of just, he started it out in Mississippi and then moved up here to KC in like 2010. And really, I mean, he was in his basement when they first moved here. And it's just grown pretty exponentially since then.
Well, definitely you guys just caught my eye at NAMM. I mean, there's like a certain look about them. Of course, anything that, shiny, you'll run over and look at it. But I just couldn't leave the damn booth, and I kept wanting to hear each one. And at some point, I didn't want to annoy everyone. I was just like, oh, this is cool. Let me play with this for half an hour. So, I mean, I just absolutely loved the tone and sound of several of them. Tell me a couple of the favorites that you personally have. Do you have a couple that you just like swear by? It's like your go-to? Yeah,
absolutely. For me, I always point out the Superbolt overdrive, which is it's based on the old Supro amps, the small box, 5-watt amps that just when you crank those, they get that really specific drive sound, kind of a saggy sound. And the Superbolt just does this really, really great. And it's actually it's an extremely versatile overdrive. where you can get clean tones out of it, but obviously the heavier, saggy overdrive, almost distortion tones.
Nice. But do you
it's really great.
Do you lose tone, or does it add tone? Is there an aspect that is cutting or taking away, or is it all just adding? Because only three knobs on it, so I'm just looking at saying,
Yeah, I would say it definitely adds tone. I mean, it's got a little bit of color, especially when you turn the drive up and it's higher registers. But when it's down, it's actually it can be very transparent, but just kind of adding, just a little bit of that something that's special about the Superbolt. And one reason I like it, I mean, it can be a bright pedal, but it's not going to add like a ton of brightness or anything. It's just like it works really well with your guitar's tone, and it's not going to add a lot of mid-range like a Tube Screamer would or anything like that. It's just kind of it just really complements whatever guitar you're playing through or amp. In my opinion,
do you have a specific
fantastic.
Do you have a specific guitar amp that you're using that you're playing a lot of these through?
Yeah, I generally play a Telecaster. I've just got with standard Porter pickups in it. Standard Telecaster pickup Porter pickups. It's actually a thin line Tele, and I play through a modded AC-15.
Nice.
So
you just mentioned my guitar rig.
Nice. That's sweet. So yeah, I mean, the Superbolt it adds a little bit of compression, but not too much, and just I don't know. It's a great overdrive. Whereas, one thing that I really appreciate about our pedals, especially overdrives, is it's just a lot of different flavors, and they're very musical. So with each one you get something pretty specific. For me, just for my tastes, the Superbolt really covers that ground of what I want.
Nice.
And
I definitely look forward to hearing that. Is there? Would you consider the Muffaretta, or what is it, Muffaretta?
Muffaletta.
Yeah. How would you? Is that considered kind of your version of the Big Muff, or is that like just its own characteristics, but then you kind of use the name, or?
Yeah. So it's basically it's 5 vintage Big Muffs plus our own version. So.
Oh wow!
It's got a rotary switch, and if you look at the pedal, there on the rotary switch, there's 6 different icons.
Right,
and they each represent a different vintage Big Muff. So everything from the Civil War Big Muff to the Russian to the Pi, the very first one. Which is the triangle Big Muff. And they all, basically, it's literally changing the parts to what the spec of what the vintage ones that we used in developing it. So,
and I see you have JHS as the last one, but under that where you're plugging in, there's like a sandwich, basically, of showing what version you want on your sandwich, which is a cool idea.
Yeah, pretty much. I know. I mean, it worked out perfectly because of the name. The name of the sandwich is a Muffaletta sandwich,
nice.
And so it's like it's a whole lot of muff, And
so good.
So yeah, we have our own version, which is it's our modded Big Muff, basically. So. It's I mean, it's, to me, it's the ultimate muff, because you really, I don't know. I mean, there's, I a guy we sent it to. I don't know if you've ever heard of Gilmore-ish, and he basically has tested out all of the vintage muffs that David Gilmour would have used, and
wow.
he played it, and he was just blown away at how accurate it was compared to the actual vintage muffs. And so each version, really, and there's only just very mild differences but overall it's like extremely accurate to what the originals were. So whereas, you can buy a Big Muff, a vintage Big Muff clone for $300, you get 6 of them, Yeah,
I didn't know they were
one.
even worth anything. So, I have the old silver one, the first Big Muff, which was very bright,
oh, really?
And there really just wasn't a lot going on. It was like, that was the tone. And then I got the Big Muff 2 that had a little more low end to it. And I really liked that. That was the Army Green one, and I really liked that. But I was also, I was playing, I think it was a Strat with that one. And they're cool. Yeah. I love them, but you literally, it's one flavor, and here you're selling all the flavors in one. That like kind of drew me towards it. The other one I wanted to ask about was you have the Ernie Vol VP Active No Less. Is that the volume pedal that you guys modded? Is that what that is?
Yeah, we modify that. So
all right, then. It looks like we're going to go into a commercial real quick. Sorry to cut you short. Okay. We'll be back in just a few seconds here, and we'll go right into that pedal.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. Vin Village connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect. Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
tech that powers the biz with your host, Rodney Elliott.
Hey everyone, this is Rodney Elliott with Music Gear Talk. Just wanted to thank Pitbull Audio and SIR Rentals for their support. We got Zach Sims here on the line with JHS Pedals. You still there, Zach?
Yeah, still here.
Cool. So getting right back into it. I'm super excited to hear about the mod that you did on the volume pedal one, because I have one. I'd like to actually get it done. But yeah, just give me a little bit of specs on what you guys do to it.
Yeah, basically, we make it active. We add a buffer into it, so you can use the tuner out, and there's no tone loss at all. And it, if especially for long chains, pedal board chains, it's great for that as a buffer on the front end or wherever you end up putting it. But yeah, basically, this being one of the most widely used volume pedals, it's pretty essential to have it modded like this, because you really do get quite a bit of tone loss when it's unmodded. So we add an LED to the inside, so it glows a cool green on the inside.
You're selling me on this. You realize that.
Yeah. So it's, it's fantastic. We sell tons of those. That's one of our most popular mods, along with the Soul Food. So, we do. Those are high on the list there.
And another one that it caught my eye, and I didn't get to try it at NAMM, was the Color Box.
Yeah.
And it literally has like a mixer, it looks like, on the front. What is that pedal for, and what does it do? Like, what are the characteristics of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the idea behind the Color Box was to get the direct-in sounds that you would get plugging straight into a mixer board or into like a Neve console.
Nice. Okay.
Like what the Beatles, did a lot, especially like in the White Album era, and getting those direct-in overdrive tones, fuzz tones that you really can't get through an amp. This has obviously been a technique for 50 plus years, but basically we kind of modeled a Neve style preamp, and it's got a Lundahl transformer in it, and a Baxandall EQ. So the EQ is extremely powerful. It's a great, it can be a clean preamp for your guitar, kind of a tone shaper, and then it has a ton of volume, and a ton of gain. So it can do everything from mid-range overdrive, and even sound like a Klon. We've matched it up to a Klon, all the way to the gated fuzz tones that you would get from, cranking a direct-in preamp. So it's pretty fantastic. It has XLR input and outputs, so you can run anything through it. It's a great bass DI, great for vocals, for doing dirty vocals or anything, or on keys. So it's just a fantastic guitar and studio tool all around.
I really like the idea, because I actually did that. I'm trying to remember the preamp that I had, and I would always go into a specific preamp that I liked, because when I was doing bass or guitar, sometimes it was too woofy or not woofy enough, or I just wanted that little sparkle on the end that I couldn't get out of the pedal or going direct, and then not having a mixer. It was like my one channel mixer, so I really liked it. Another one I want to move on to, only because I'm a super fan of the Univibe. It's one of my favorite pedals. It was one of the most expensive pedals. I tried to use as much as possible, and then you overuse it, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about yours. Of course, the unicorn is just like that. Just made all the sense. Of course, I would have bought that just because of that. But yeah, tell me a little bit about that version of yours and what would make it different from the Univibe that I have.
Yeah, I mean, mostly it's just it's a very simple Univibe that has really great tone. It's got kind of a brightness to the tone, so it's just, but it's very analog feeling. It's a real bulb-driven Univibe, and so it gets those swirly tones that you would expect from one of the vintage ones. And then it has the tap tempo as well, which is a great thing to have, in live situations.
Yeah, so just turning a knob is really, really hard to do during a song. So I love that option. Yeah. Now, what about mine has another pedal that comes with it. Does this have a pedal that you could hook up to it, or how does that work?
Like an expression?
Yes.
Yeah, you can actually plug in an expression pedal and use it like that. So you could, do that Hendrixy kind of thing on the fly.
That's exactly why I bought it originally.
Nice.
You're just saying everything that I would have. So another one, I'm seeing a lot of the V2. Is that just version 2 or version 4 or version 3 of that pedal? That's what that means then?
Yep.
So the Twin 12 channel, what would make that something that sticks out that I would want? Give me a little bit about what that would do.
Yeah. Well, we did just release like a bunch of updates. Actually, 7 new versions of our line of pedals. So, and the Twin 12 was a part of that 7. And so, I mean, the original, ideas for this is the Silvertone 1484 amp. Which is one of those vintage Silvertone, it was like in a Sears catalog amplifiers.
Nice.
It's just made out of crappy, I don't know, whatever terrible wood it was made out of, But the thing just has this really specific sound that a ton of guys are using, Jack White, Beck, the Death Cab for Cutie guys, even Coldplay, have used those amps. And so we designed it after that, and it gets a very specific kind of almost fuzz overdrive that the original one sounded like. And then with the version 2, we added what we call the Red Remote system. So it's just another jack where you can plug in a remote switch box, which we sell. It's a tiny little 1x1 basically switch box, and you can remotely switch the toggle that's on the pedal, which the toggle actually has a clean or a drive setting. So in the clean mode, it takes out the drive knob. So it just is a preamp, which so it's just volume, and you have the bass and treble, so you can use it as a preamp to color your tone. And it's pretty amazing, actually, when we A/B that pedal with the actual 1484 amp. I mean, you can make any amp sound like that amp. And then when you flip the toggle, either with your hand on the pedal or by hitting the red remote, it brings the drive knob back in, and so you can go into your overdrive tones there. And it's a pretty heavy overdrive as well. It's not a distortion, but it's definitely on the heavier side when you crank the gain. So
very cool. Another one that is capturing mine. I again do not remember checking this one out at all, and I'm sure I would have went right to it. Was the steak and eggs? What is that? That just sticks out to me. I really want to know about it. What is this pedal? I just
So this was a collaboration with Keeley Electronics that we did, which was a huge honor for us. You know, I mean, basically one of the fathers of the modern pedal movement. So we became friends with Robert Keeley. Josh became friends with him, and we had the idea to do a collaborative 2-in-1. And so we have our classic circuit in there called the Morning Glory Overdrive, which is just it's a fantastic transparent light to medium overdrive.
Nice, and I see that. That's a. Is that one that you're considering with this? Is that what you're? It's kind of similar and has those characteristics in it.
Yeah. So that we actually put that circuit into the Steak and Egg.
Wow.
Yeah. So and we updated it. We did a slight modification to adding a gain toggle to it, and then Keeley took his compressor and his 2-knob compressor and added a blend knob to it, and that's what is on the right side of the pedal. So,
well, we're going to go into another commercial real quick here. Sorry to cut you off again. I can't wait to hear more about this. Super excited, and then there's a couple more I wanted to ask about. So yeah, we'll be back in just a few seconds here. Thanks again, Zach.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
tech that powers the biz with your host, Rodney Elliott.
Hey everyone, this is Rodney Elliott with Music Gear Talk. Super excited to have Zach Sims from JHS Pedals here online with us. We just started to talk a little bit more about the steak and eggs. I was super excited to hear all the characteristics and what we had going on with that. You still there with us, Zach?
Yep.
Awesome. So yeah, where we left off, you were just saying how you're using the Morning Glory board inside, and then you're having it added with to create what ultimately is the steak and eggs pedal. So what else do we have going on with it that you've added?
Yeah, so it's the other side. So the left side of the steak and eggs is the Morning Glory with a boost toggle, basically, and a gain toggle to make it a little more saturated, which is different from the original Morning Glory. And then on the right side is the Keeley compressor, in which he's added a blend knob to, which is different from his two-knob compressor, and also added a bright switch to add a little bit of brightness to it if you need. So basically it's two kind of classic circuits for both companies, flagship circuits that we've put together, and it's fantastic for especially country players, that all they want is a little bit of compression, a little bit of overdrive. It's great for that.
Right. They like to keep it simple. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of either one of those circuits, it's a great pedal, and just fun too because it's a collaboration between us and Keeley, and so it's fun to get to do something like that, and where at times the industry can seem so competitive, or people always not always willing to work with each other, but we want to be one of those companies that's known for working with a lot of people. So that was an opportunity to do that.
Great way to succeed. Yeah. Moving on to another one that is just kind of, I kind of remember playing with it. It's more of a buzzsaw type of distortion, was the Firefly Fuzz. It was just kind of simple. Yeah. You know what I mean? It didn't do all the coloration, and you didn't have a lot of tone. It's literally just it was a really cool kind of buzzsaw, fuzzy, really cool distortion that I loved. I'm trying to even remember what guitar that you guys had at NAMM. What was the guitar and amp? Was it a Tele and
well, we had several. I'm trying to remember even what we had. we have so many guitars here. I think we may have had a Nash Telecaster. I know we had a Cower guitar there, and maybe a Nystrom, and I think an Elliott. So I'm not sure. One of those.
Nice.
But
another pedal, I was super excited because of how far you guys took it, was the Alpine Reverb. That was one of the first ones that I started messing around with, going, oh my God, I don't know, where you guys ended up getting the circuitry and the tones and sounds with it. I mean, some of my favorite reverbs obviously are lexicons and, things that when you're recording, you can really go in depth and go really far with them. But this pedal let me go further than most. You just add a little bit and you're like, oh, this is one of those pedals that just let you go way further than you ever even considered going. I mean, how did you guys come up with the idea for that pedal?
Well, actually, to be honest, it wasn't our idea to start out with. It was a pedal by this really small company called Sky Pedals, and it was called the Cloud 9. And basically, the owner of Sky Pedals came to Josh and said, "Hey, I'm wanting to get out of this, but I want to see this pedal continue on, and I just want to give you this pedal, the which he only made the Cloud 9 reverb. And so basically, it was just a great opportunity. We had actually never done any digital pedals before the Alpine. Everything we have other than the Alpine, even to this point, is all analog. So basically, we took the Cloud 9 and just added some modifications to it, kind of made it our own thing, and made the Alpine reverb. So it's actually a very simple, you can do everything from room sounds, which is really fun, all the way to, a more of an ambient style reverb. And it's got a second switch called shift, and a knob called shift, which is basically just a secondary reverb mix. And you can kick in the reverb mix, a secondary reverb mix on the fly. So you could have something like, really subtle, and then kick in on the fly a more washed out sound. So it's just a really great, very musical kind of reverb sound. So yeah.
Well, that was one of the first ones that just really caught my ear, as they say, since I was looking at them. They all caught my eye. How would you consider where do pedals go different when they're analog compared to digital? Does digital mean that there's circuitry that you're doing software with on a computer and then loading it onto a pedal? I mean, what does digital mean, and where does that go? How can we describe that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, I guess I'm not an engineer. I'll tell you right now, but
you've done very well, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, basically, analog is going to be, especially overdrives and different things like that, are done with parts that don't have any kind of programming or code or in them to create a sound. So overdrive is happening with resistors and diodes and taps and different parts that are, processing the signal in an analog way. Whereas digital, they all have, a certain amount of processing, like a chip or something like that contains code that produces a certain sound, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Digital, we're not at all against digital. It's just a different thing that we've not really moved too much into. Whereas a company like Strymon, they are like digital wizards. They do amazing stuff with digital and writing their own code and coming up with all these reverb algorithms and different things. So the Alpine uses basically a chip that has reverb in it, and so whereas it obviously to do analog reverb, you have to have actual, like a tank or something, like a spring reverb tank.
Sure.
You would find in an amp. That's analog reverb.
Well, another one that caught my ear was when I was playing through that. I also played through the Panther Cub analog delay, and I was kind of messing with them both together because obviously that's one of the first go-tos for people is they want to get a good reverb pedal. They also want to get a good delay pedal. So those are the first couple that I just started messing with. We had just had about 2 minutes left. Can you tell me a little bit about that one? Yeah. So it's basically a full second of all analog delay with tap tempo, which was first when we released the first Big Panther. But it's just a really solid, simple analog delay, but it's kind of a workhorse. It has tap tempo, modulation, and also your subdivisions for tapping in dotted eighths and whatever. But
very warm, very musical. It's a fantastic, especially if you love analog as opposed to digital delay. So
yeah, it definitely the characteristics to me that I remember. Again, I was playing with them both. The reverb just absolutely blew me away because it seemed like I could go further than you could with most reverbs. And then when I started messing with the delay on it, it just kind of it was very musical again, like you said. It didn't a lot of delays get harsh or they lose signal within the delay system somewhere. So yeah, it's definitely, those are the two that just really caught my ear when I first came over to the booth. So yeah, we're excited to have our last segment with you. We're going to go to another commercial real quick. But yeah, when we get back, we'll talk about just kind of where you see your pedals going in the industry and yeah, just hearing a little bit more about you guys. So yeah, where do you guys have the next show that you're doing? Are you going to do another one like NAMM somewhere?
Actually, Summer NAMM that's coming up in June, last weekend of June. That's in Nashville, so we're looking forward to that.
Cool. Well, we'll hope to be there. So we're going to go to a commercial here in a couple seconds, and we'll have you right back.
Thanks.
So yeah, this is Rodney with Music Gear Talk. We wanted to thank Pitbull Audio and SIR USA Music Rentals.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children. After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The World Link program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Welcome to Music Gear Talk, tech that powers the biz with your host, Rodney Elliott.
Hey everyone, this is Rodney with Music Gear Talk. Just wanted to thank Pitbull Audio and SIR USA for sponsoring us again. We're super excited to do our last segment here with Zach Sims from JHS Pedals.
Hey, how's it going?
What's happening, brother? So I just wanted to kind of get into finding out, well, one, how do we find JHS pedals? Or if I wanted to have one of my pedals modded, which obviously I do because you definitely got me sold on that. But where am I going to find them at? Is it just www.jhspedals.com, or is there other stores that sell them? Where am I going to find them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually have over 200 dealers worldwide. So you can find them everywhere from Sweetwater, Chicago Music Exchange, online and in stores, tons of brick-and-mortar stores all across the U.S. and worldwide, and even Pitbull Audio. And so, we've just, as well as our own website, you can buy from us directly. But we always love for you to visit our dealers. We love to support them and what they're doing out there for us. So
very cool. Now that I know that you're at Pitbull Audio, I'm going to have to go down there and play with a few more of them.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Moving on to there's a couple of them that I don't remember at all, and just kind of curious about, like the kilt.
Uh-huh.
What is that one? What is that? What are the characters
so
of that?
So that one is our first artist signature pedal with a guy named Stu G, who played for a band called Delirious in the mid-'90s. They're just kind of a classic. They were one of the first rock and roll worship bands that really pushed things forward musically. And so it's a circuit it's based off of this pedal called the X Pandora, which is this little circular metallic-looking pedal that actually Billy Gibbons has used for quite some time as well.
Oh, so
with his
definitely.
Easy Top.
That would make it very popular.
Yeah. So they're really weird little pedals, but it's basically an overdrive that has on the original one, it has these internal dip switches that change the gain stages and does everything from light overdrive to this really crazy gated fuzz. So we took that, and that's what Stu G used on a lot of those original albums for the band Delirious.
Nice.
And we took it and did a few mods to it, but we put all the gain toggles that were on the inside on the outside, so you can do that a lot easier. And it's just a crazy, versatile overdrive, and the gated fuzz is just fantastic. It's totally over the top, but really fun. And then it's also got an independent boost with it, so it's a real workhorse of an overdrive pedal.
Yeah,
really
definitely.
Great.
I look forward to hearing that. Tell me a little bit about where you see JHS going in the industry here. Like, you know, where do you see yourself fitting in with all these other pedal companies, and what makes you different?
Yeah, well, one thing that we've always done is we feel like our pedals are very musical. They just, it's not something where you really have to work hard to get a good tone that is usable. So, that's something we've always really cared about, just appealing not to one style of music or anything, but to where any style can use it. But we're also really excited to be moving forward with some more pro audio stuff as well. The Color Box was kind of our first foray into something that can be used in the studio as well as with guitar or bass or vocals or anything. So at NAMM, we showed off for the first time our JHS line of 500 series units for use with like an API lunchbox in the studio. So that's one thing we're really excited to be moving into with pro audio and studio gear, kind of having a vision to cross over, using people being able to use effects on vocals and different things and making it more friendly to the studio than pedals can be sometimes when you're trying to put them on different things other than just guitar. So that's one thing that we're excited to be moving forward with. And we also just have a ton of new releases in the lineup for guitar as well. So we're never at a loss for things to that we're looking to release. So we've got quite a bit in the pipeline.
Very cool. Well, we just got about 3 minutes left. Tell me a couple of people that are using your pedals. Are you guys endorsing anyone, or is there just some people that really like it that you'd love to tell us, some of the more famous people that we might have heard of?
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, we don't generally do just full endorsements, but we've worked with a lot of people. Some of our favorite artists, the guys from Wilco, Nels Klein, Jeff Tweedy.
Super nice guy.
A band, Spoon, is one of our favorite bands. We just got in touch with the guys from the Smashing Pumpkins. Billy Corgan is using a Muffaletta.
Oh my God!
On his tour board.
He's the reason why I bought mine.
Oh, nice! Yeah, that's awesome. And he's the reason a lot of people have bought those.
Right, exactly.
The guys from Switchfoot, they've been one of our longtime, just good friends that have really helped push our brand forward.
Nice guys. They're local here, actually, too. Yeah, they're real good guys.
Yeah. We just got in touch recently with the guys from that work down at Ryan Adams' studio. They had the 500 series stuff for a little bit down there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man, we've really gotten the opportunity to work with a lot of people. We know that Matt Bellamy from Muse, he's using the color box. He used that a lot on their most recent album.
Well, I'm going to have to look into that one. I play in a Muse tribute band.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
So,
there you go. You need a color box.
Yeah, we're going to have to another pedal out of the million that he owns.
Yeah, totally.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And do you have any of the closer local people, like Get Up Kids and all those bands that are from closer to you?
The bass player in Spoon is one of the founding members of the Get Up Kids. We've gotten to hang out with him, and he's a really great bass player, great guy. So, yeah.
Well, very cool. Well, we got about 40 seconds here left. I really appreciate you coming on. It was super great meeting you, and really, really cool. Just being, like I said, I couldn't leave your booth when I was there. I was like, this is just every single pedal. I just want to take them all home. So I couldn't wait to have you on the show. Sure. And I definitely we have a lot of listeners that just kind of are curious about things. And hopefully we'll get some listeners to try out your pedals and buy a few. And obviously they can always even contact you personally and just let you know what they think of the pedals. So we really appreciate you having on the show, brother. And let's definitely keep in touch. And thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
Excellent. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
All right. See you.
So, this is Rodney with Music Gear Talk. We wanted to thank Pitbull Audio and SIR USA again for our sponsors, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.